Hi Gemini, this is your end of November reading, and we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, we have the 10 of Swords, the Page of Cups, the 10 of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, and one more, and the 9 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. So the good thing about two 10s popping up is that and we have the 9 of Wands. So you're at the end of a very difficult cycle. And it feels like the main difficulty for you guys is that whatever this is, and we'll pull more cards, it's because you weren't following your heart. You were more focused on what you think you need to do, what other people are telling you to do, what logic is telling you to do. And it's like you haven't been trusting and listening to your intuition. Tell me about the 10 of Swords. We have the Page of Swords, the Star. It's like you really wanted to accomplish something. You really wanted, it's like you had a goal, you had a vision. It's like that northern star. You were set on something and you were not about to budge. Like you wanted it to happen a certain way. You already had it planned out and you weren't willing to surrender it to the universe. You weren't willing to kind of release your grip in case, there was another road that you had to take to get to where you wanted to go. You were very set on doing it in a certain way. And it feels like you're getting at the point with the 10 of Swords where you're like, okay, maybe this isn't supposed to happen in these exact steps. You're kind of realizing maybe I have to kind of let go of my expectations. I have to let go of my plan. You know how they say when you make plans, God laughs? It feels like that kind of energy where you had this exact plan and you're realizing, okay, maybe I wasn't right here, even though logically it makes sense. It's not working. It doesn't feel right. Your heart, your intuition is leading you elsewhere. With the 10 of Wands, it's like the path that you've chosen to take has actually made it so much more difficult than it needs to be. It's been taking up so much more energy than it needs to. And that's why with manifestation, a big part of it is alignment, but also surrender, because almost always what you want you get it in a way that you least expect. And it's because really what you have to make sure that you're doing is you're in alignment with this goal that you have, and trusting your intuition to guide you there. And again, surrendering to whatever path will lead me to that point. But your main focus, your main energy should be to maintaining a frequency of this goal. And frequency, you're at the right frequency. The radar to see where you are energetically is your emotions. If you're feeling stressed or anxious or doubtful, or in a energy of lack, you're out of alignment. And that's why a lot of energy should go to remaining in control of your thoughts and emotions and visualizing and journaling, and then trusting the signs and spirit and your intuition to show you the path, to reveal the path to you. Your being asked to work on the surrendering part. Because and again, you're realizing that yourself, because you're recognizing that, okay, this is so much harder than it should be, and you're realizing you're not actually moving towards this goal. It almost feels like something is blocking you. There's resistance, and again, it's because you're not going with the flow. You're kind of going against the flow because you want it to happen in a certain way. With the Five of Cups, again, it's this disappointment and this recognition of, okay, I've tried, I've done everything I can, it hasn't worked, let me try something new. And it's this disappointment that's actually a blessing, because it forces you to take a new path and recognize that, okay, maybe I wasn't exactly right. With the Seven of Cups, you're kind of realizing that, okay, maybe there is something to trusting my intuition. You guys are very mental, and you're really being asked to tap in, meditate, whatever you need to do to make that inner voice louder, and really knowing how your intuition speaks to you, really deepening that connection, is going to be the greatest thing, the greatest place you can invest energetically to get to this goal that you have. Bottom of the deck, we have Judgment, the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Six of Wands. So again, it's like there's a sense of surrendering to a higher knowing, like, okay, from what I thought, from logic, from my perspective, this is what I thought would work, it didn't. Now let me trust the universe or my higher self, something, from realizing that there's a path that you're not able to logically see, but because of you're realizing that, okay, I've really done everything I can, I might as well just see where it would go if I'd surrender it. And that's when it's like almost immediately what you want. This door, it's not that a door opens, a door shows up out of nowhere, that gives you the confidence, almost immediately, once you truly surrender, that, oh, there is something to this. And immediately you will gain this trust for this greater knowing that isn't logical and doesn't make sense looking at it from just a human perspective. That, okay, there was no door here, but it got created out of nowhere. It opened, a door opened when there was no door there before. And that will give you, again, the confidence to trust that, okay, this is how I'm meant to walk this life. And it will lead you to all the success that you've been wanting and that's destined for you. But you're learning to trust in something greater, and you're willing now. It's like you had to get to this point where there's nothing else you can do, where you're at a point where you're just like, okay, might as well, because you wouldn't have done this had you not gone through everything that you've been through. Let's see if there's any other messages. We have the Page of Cups again, trusting your intuition, trusting your heart, connecting with your heart, connecting with energy. We have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is like the vessel for spirit, right? And you're again, the more you work on tapping and connecting with your intuition, the more you recognize that you're not human. You're not only human, there's a part of you that's so much greater, that sees the future, sees where every road can lead, that knows things that your logical mind doesn't know. This experience for you could be a great awakening to actually, even if you know you're a spiritual being, there's something about actually feeling it and experiencing it, and seeing it play out in your life, seeing it, it's like it's proving itself to you in a way. We have the Hermit and the Eight of Swords. So yeah, you guys really, meditating is going to be essential, vital for you guys, because your mind is constantly just racing, especially you guys being ruled by Mercury. If you're in a negative state, if you're exhausted, if you're drained, if you're emotionally feeling lack, and you're emotionally not in a state of gratitude, again, because you've done everything you can and still nothing is happening, the thoughts in your mind, it's like a program, and right now they're not very positive, and they're not aligned with this goal that you have. And so you really need to work on and spend energy, ironically, meditating and calming your mind. And it might not be the easiest for you, but again, the more you do it, it's like a muscle. The easier that it will get, the easier it'll be to quiet this program, these noises, these thought patterns that are running, so you can hear your intuition. You can hear. It's funny, the Hermit, he has this star in the lantern, and it's his eyes are closed. It's only when you go within and you calm the noise, you stop thinking, that you see the path to this star, to this goal that you have. My favorite meditations are Joe Dispenza's. You can look them up on YouTube. There's a bunch. Or any meditation that feels good to you. But it's easier, especially for Geminis, I feel like, to have, someone guiding you through meditation and guiding you to the place of stillness. And it's like Joe Dispenza's, I forget the name, but I can link it down below. He leads you to just this place of, it's like pure darkness, and it's pure silence, and it's just pure, you're in the center of infinity. And like my personal experience is there, it's like you're in this place, and when you're in that brain frequency, when you're able to calm and be still and kind of separate yourself from yourself, it's like things start showing themselves. Things start appearing in front of you, numbers, images, symbols, and they all are messages and answers. And it's like then showing you the path. It's showing you what you need to see. And then when you look back, you realize, oh my God, how did I know this? How did I know this was going to happen? How did I see this before? And it's an amazing experience. And it feels like you're being asked to take that first step. And again, for you, it really will be through meditation and through stillness. And then it's like you're experiencing this whole new side of you, this whole new world that you may have already known of, but you've never truly experienced. And that's how you get to everywhere that you've been trying to go. And it'll feel so effortless almost, and it'll happen so much faster than the time it would take for you to only walk to wherever it is you want to go in the physical world. Again, it's like doors open up, things happen that don't logically make sense. You randomly run into someone that knows someone. Just these synchronicities start to happen, these miracles start happening for you. And but again, that first step is connecting with your inner self, with your intuition. All right, Gemini, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you guys next time.